Hi,
Hello.
welcome to Writing for Life. This is a memoir workshop hosted by the Writers Center of Bethesda, Maryland. We are broadcasting from Glasgow, Scotland. My name is Nicole Miller. I'm your instructor and will be offering critique on your writing over the next 4 weeks and providing prompts and readings. This is my sister, Penny Miller.
Hi.
We'll just do quick introductions. Penny is assisting me with the selections that we are looking at. She is doing a lot of the uploading to the class. She has a background in storytelling, but through film. My background is in fiction and memoir writing, teaching at the Writers Center, teaching at Grub Street in Boston, and at Kingston University in the UK. And my deeper background is actually Victorian literature. We are going to start with Edwardian literature, modern literature with Virginia Woolf in our introductory lesson. And from that point, probably sticking with the 20th century, late 20th century, and the 21st century for our writing, and we will get right up to contemporary times. Penny, do you want to say?
You kind of already introduced what I've done. My background is in English literature and film with a master's in theater. And then professionally, I worked in film in Los Angeles in film development, which is anything from the starting point of an idea all the way through the screenplay and everything up into production. And then I also had worked on memoir pieces where I was the editor for them. And again, it was from the beginning of them to the completion of the book and through publication.
In California and in Washington.
That's right.
And we are together organizing this class because it is gigantic. Mm-hmm. We have 20 people, I think, who have signed up. So it's a large forum. We will be splitting up the group into 6 or 7 workshop pieces per week, as far as the longer workshop pieces that you're going to submit, so that everybody has a longer piece that will get critiqued. And so it's kind of manageable within cohorts. So I will try to explain that a bit more online. If you can find everything on the Moodle platform. Moodle is new to me, but Penny's familiar with it, which is extremely helpful. I'm very grateful for that. So just keep your eyes open on Moodle for these announcements about how you submit your pieces and when. And to start with, it would be helpful to know whether you are interested in presenting on week 2, 3, or 4. So we are starting week 1 today, which is the 28th of September, Saturday. We are starting with Virginia Woolf, Nabokov, Persepolis, which is it's Marcin Sartrapi, and Hunger by Roxane Gay. And the reason we have chosen these is both early life memories, those are our focus for this week, and writing with the aid of memorabilia, photographs, maps, objects. So in the case of Persepolis, what would that be?
Well, there is one that's just, there is a memorabilia piece, which is the tape.
Cassettes.
A cassette tape. But there's also use of a photograph that begins her story right at the introduction of the...
you mean the first pages, the beginning?
Of the memoir. Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's just also an object that serves as a trigger for memory that she has.
Right. And with Roxane Gay, it's a giant overstuffed photo album of the family, and that's in the memoir Hunger, which is relatively new. And then I'm going to read the Virginia Woolf right now, and then the last thing to let you know about is Danny Shapiro. Every week there will be a short piece.
We are pulling from a selection of essays that are in a book called Why We Write About Ourselves, where very well-known memoirists actually discuss why they go upon this venture of writing a memoir. What comes up for them, and I think it's an interesting question for you to ask yourself each week, perhaps.
Why are you undertaking this?
Why are you undertaking this? And don't be surprised if the answer to that question keeps changing. It keeps evolving.
Yes,
very likely.
Yes, because I don't think it's always clear to ourselves why we feel compelled to return to certain parts of our lives and tell the story and try to narrate through some event. So why a memory returns to you, why images come back, why you may even have nightmares or dreams about that time. All of this just keep scrutinizing. And over time, that will kind of clarify what you need to say about those times, which is part of memoir, is reflection and using a retrospective narrator to comment on the past. So you will find that as it becomes clearer to you why certain moments are coming back or standing out or calling themselves to be written down. On that note, I'm going to end with Virginia Woolf, our starting point. A great novelist as well as essayist, and her first memory, which was at the sea. If life has a base that it stands upon, if it is a bowl that one fills and fills and fills, then my bowl without a doubt stands upon this memory. It is of lying half asleep, half awake, in bed in the nursery at St. Ives. It is of hearing the waves breaking 1, 2, 1, 2, and sending a splash of water over the beach, and then breaking 1, 2, 1, 2 behind a yellow blind. It is of hearing the blind draw its little acorn across the floor as the wind blows the blind out. It is of lying and hearing this splash and seeing this light and feeling it is almost impossible that I should be here, of feeling the purest ecstasy I can conceive. That is from A Sketch of the Past, which does try to capture her early life and early memories, especially with her brothers and her mother. And we'll be looking at a portrait later, not next week, actually. And then the second excerpt is from the same essay, or long, she calls this a memoir, and it is about something she calls the shock receiving capacity. I still have the peculiarity that I receive these sudden shocks. They are now always welcome. After the first surprise, I always feel instantly that they are particularly valuable. And so I go on to suppose that the shock receiving capacity is what makes me a writer. I hazard the explanation that a shock is at once, in my case, followed by the desire to explain it. I feel that I've had a blow, but it is not, as I thought as a child, simply a blow from an enemy hidden behind the cotton wool of daily life. It is, or will become, a revelation of some order. It is a token of some real thing behind appearances, and I make it real by putting it into words. It is only by putting it into words that I make it whole. From this I reach what I might call a philosophy. At any rate, it is a constant idea of mine that behind the cotton wool is hidden a pattern, that all human beings are connected with this, that the whole world is a work of art, that we are parts of the work of art. Hamlet or Beethoven is the truth about this vast mass that we call the world, but there is no Shakespeare, there is no Beethoven, certainly and emphatically there is no God. We are the words, we are the music, we are the thing itself, and I see this when I have a shock. So I hope you all have some good shocks this week with your reading and recalling, and that you enjoy what we put together.
Have a good week.
Thank you.
Yep.